Hello, fellow treasure traders. This is Medford. I'm up here at our physical brick and mortar store called Treasure Hut in Chason, South Carolina. And we buy a lot of silver and gold bullion and jewelry over the counter in the store. And we've been using the key gold tester and the Sigma primarily for our testing. And in the last few years, we've had a lot of fake gold and silver come through. A lot of it we were very sure of. But some of it we're starting to question now. And I will give you an example today by showing you this piece here. This is a silver round. It's supposed to be 1 troy ounce pure. It weighs correctly at 31.1 grams. Has the bear on the back. I'm sure you all have seen them. However, the Sigma says that it is not gold, not silver. The XRF says it is silver. The magnet test says it's silver. The acid test says it's silver. So I'm just wondering, am I missing a lot of buys because the Sigma says they're not real? So let's all look at the test and see what y'all think. Lawson, if you don't mind coming around, we'll show them the test. The first test we'll do is on the Elvatech Jewelry Lab. This is the latest testing technology for the jeweler. It's designed primarily for jewelers. This is the precious alloys mode we're going to test in. I'm going to make a little bit larger test sample for us. We'll try about 2.5 millimeters. And we'll put our coin in the machine. And let's run the XRF. Now, as you can see, the XRF is giving us a final result that it's 999 silver, 100% silver. So most of us would buy it based on that. Now, let's go a little bit further, and the rare earth magnet test we have found to be very reliable on 999 and 90% silver crown size coins like this. These little rare earth magnets, we use the size out of a large hard drive for crown size coins, and we use the size out of a small hard drive like in a notebook for our 50-cent size coins and smaller. And what we do, we'll take a known fake. This is absolutely fake. It's not real, no silver whatsoever in it. Put it at a 45-degree angle. We got some notebooks here to insulate from the metal desk, and we just put the magnet right here and let it go. Fell like a rock. Did you see how fast that fell? Now, on this questionable round, we put it up here and it falls slowly. And this is how it should fall if the item is silver. It went down slow. Let's look at a silver dollar. Again, it goes down relatively slow. But then let's look at the fake, no silver, and you can't even hardly see it, it goes so fast. So it passes the magnet test as being silver, as a silver dollar will, or perhaps as another silver round we have here. Okay, see how slow that fell? So we know that's silver pretty much by that test. Put our magnet back. All right, now, if we move over here to the Sigmas, I brought both of them out here. This is called the Sigma Mini Pro, and it's pretty much the same thing as the Sigma Pro is, except it's designed for your readout to be on a computer screen or an iPad or telephone. And we will set it up to test this unknown, at this time for sure what it is, Prospector silver round. If I hit metals, we want to select pure silver. We did. If I hit weight, we want to go with 1 troy ounce, and that would be the total weight because it's 999 and not alloyed. We did. Okay. So now if we stick this under the machine and we run our test, if you watch the meter here, it's dead in the red. That tells us that it is not silver at all. Yet you just seen the XRF say that it is, and you just seen the magnet test say that it is. Now just to check this Sigma against the Sigma Pro, the full-size machine that has your window here, we're calibrating it. I'm sorry, it said calibration required, so now we're calibrating it. Okay, it says silver pure. I already have it set for that. And as you can see, I have it set for 1 troy ounce. Okay, this does weigh 31 grams. It failed this Mini Pro test. And you will notice here that it failed this test for the measurement all the way through the coin and for the surface test. Okay, that one is dead on the red, and this one is as far over as you can go without being on the red. So the only other test that we can run is the acid test with the equipment we have. We don't have a specific gravity setup right now. I tested it earlier with acid, as you can see right here. There we are, there's the cut, and I literally filed the whole rim down right here and made a nice V-shaped cut with a triangular file. Well, I knew I was fixing to test it again for the video here, so I filed the rim down, as you can see. Can you see that in the camera, Lawson?
Yes, they can.
And then there's a nice cut right there where you can even get down into the cut. So we'll set this here, and you may have to focus in pretty close, and I always use 14 karat acid for silver because I know what color the aftermath should be for the various purities of silver from 999 to about 500. And as you can see, there's no green bubbles, there's no white bubbles or anything. The acid's been there long enough. Let's rinse it off. Okay. And now if we look at it, it has the what I call spilled milk look. I have seen some 99 silver that leaves a little bit whiter residue than this. This looks a little bit more like 925 generally does when you use the JSP 14 on it. But in my mind, it has passed the acid test with flying colors. So why does the Sigma keep telling us that it's not real? And that is the question here. As we can see on this silver round right here, this is 1 ounce, it's 31 grams. We put it on here, and you watch the Sigma test it, and perfect. It's right there in the green yellow area. See, that tests just fine. And we turn. It wants this one to be calibrated again. We'll test it on the big one here. And slide it under there. And as you can see, it's good, and you can move them around sometimes, and the little arrows will move a little bit as you've changed from devices to the field. I can't get to the field because the Indian is so big on the obverse of this one, but it's definitely silver. Test silver on both Sigmas, test silver on here, test silver by the magnet. This is the only one that won't test silver, only on the 2 Sigmas. And that is what we're trying to figure out. You know, here's one that's supposed to be genuine, and of course it's a fake, and we put it on there, and watch our test up here, and as you can see, it's clearly a fake. And it seems like, according to the Sigma, that our prospector is a fake also. But I don't believe it is. How did it pass the acid test? How did it pass the magnet test? How did it pass the jewelry lab test if it's a fake? So both machines are set up correct. I've run through the menus. You watched me do that menu. This is what we wanted to present. Is the Sigma working properly? What is wrong with this round? Why doesn't it test it? I have probably 50 additional types of silver rounds that weigh 1 ounce in the store. And earlier today, we tested a dozen of them, and every single brand, every single one tested on the Sigma as good in the green, or right next to it in the yellow. And this is the only one that tested as being not silver. And so that's the video. That's the question. I trust my acid. I've used this for 48 years. Trust the magnets. I used it for a very long time also. Have the highest technology there is in the jewelry lab here. And it says it's dead on the money, 999 fine silver. What's wrong with the Sigma, folks? That's the end of the video. I'd love to see your comments on what you think.